Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another plan with me to share with you all, and this is surprisingly going up on a Monday. I say surprisingly because these past few weeks I've been uploading on a Tuesday, and this week has been, I think, even more stressful than most of the other weeks, and somehow this one's going up on a Monday. But anyway, we are planning for the week of November 12th to November 18th, which is basically Fantastic Beasts Crimes of Grindelwald week, the week that the movie was finally released. I have some feels on the movie, but I will save that for later on in this plan with me. I will hashtag protect the secrets though. So yeah, for this week I decided to combine two kits. I loved the boxes from the Fantastic Beasts themed kit from StationStickers along with the bottom washi, so I used those, and then I pulled in I pulled in the gold glitter headers from Blanket Planner, and then I also used the ScribblePrintsCo kit with the same Fantastic Beast art because I can't stop, can't quit. ScribblePrintsCo functional items, I love it. That is my unbiased opinion, being her friend and all and having worked for them. But no, for real, I really am so the SPC functional items are basically my third hand. Second hand, left hand, I don't know. Anyway, so I was sick all week basically, and I almost didn't put up this plan with me because I'm like, I have so much that I need to do, so much studying, writing papers, like what is even that? I feel like I've just been studying for tests that these papers have just come out of nowhere for me to write, and like I said, I got sick and I've just been so tired and so weak that I didn't want to do anything, and I wasn't loving how this week was turning out, so I was like, I don't want to do it. But I finished my papers early, so here I am, and we're not skipping a week, and we're being super consistent. I think I've only really missed 3 plan with me's this year, so I'm kind of excited about that, because if you guys knew me in an afterlife, well, in my before life, I was not consistent with plan with me's at all. So yeah, all the basic foundation of this kit is from StationStickers, aside from the glitter headers, which are from Blanket Planner, and the page flags are from Clever Gal Crafts, and then the date dots are from Rose Colored Days. So I guess we're going straight into the sidebar. For the thankful thought, I put down the little Newt Scamander girl with her suitcase. I thought it was the cutest. I love it so much. And then I put 2 of the habit trackers from ScribblePrintsCo down, along with 2 of the mini icons, one of the face and one with the heart, to mark my different habits. I'm gonna apologize now if the voiceover cuts in weird places because I need to cough sometimes and I really don't want to do it on the voiceover. So yeah, I put down the 2 mini icons, and then after that, since this is an old formatted kit, like real old now, there was no squared off fancy half boxes, so I went with a regular solid colored half box along with this Once More with Love munchkin that is a little drama queen, because I wanted to write in the box, don't stress, because there was a lot going on this week even before I got sick. So it was just a nice little reminder there, but to be honest, I didn't even look at my planner. Like, I had it shut and closed after Wednesday, and I just did not even bother looking at it because I was like, oh, I'm so stressed. So that little half box was kind of like, it didn't do much. So after the half box, I put down a thick piece of washi and then a header from ScribblePrintsCo, like a to-do header. And then I grabbed 2 of the ombre heart checklists, also from ScribblePrintsCo, stacked them on top of each other, and then placed a thin piece of washi to cover up one of the hearts, and then just cut off the excess. And then I went ahead and filled everything out. Everything I use in this video, from the tools, the pens, and the stickers, will be listed down below in the description box. So if there's anything you have a question about, it's probably down there. Or if I miss any of the stickers I talk about, all the shops will be linked down below. It took me a really long time to fill in that sidebar this week for some reason, even though it's the same amount every single week. So anyway, moving on to a Monday, it's kind of becoming same old at this point. I had an exam, I had a quiz, all that good stuff. So the first thing I wanted to mark was last minute cramming, because this was a last minute exam and I couldn't get all the information into my brain that I needed to. So of course, on my commute, I was just literally like jamming the textbook through my ear and into my brain. If that was actually possible, that would be great. But I used this last minute cramming sticker from Once More with Love. Then I put down a solid colored fancy label along with this old $2 Tuesday from ScribblePrintsCo, which is just a loose leaf paper, and it says exam to mark my A&P lecture, exam number 3. I did pretty good on it. Some kid was cheating off of me the entire time. I made it very difficult for him because I take my tests really weird. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I start from the back, then I go to the front, and then I do random questions. Like, I'll do random pages in the middle. I don't know. I think it just like works well for my ADD to not go question by question, but it proved very difficult for him to cheat off my test. So after that, I went to Chipotle. Like always, I need to stop. I had the worst stomach ache in my 3rd class that day. So I used a little mini meal icon from ScribblePrintsCo to mark that. Then, of course, after that, I had to have some of my late night coffee. Late night being like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. 6, I think it was about 6, not 6, that is not the afternoon, is it? 6 o'clock in the evening. So I did go to A Bon Pain to grab myself a cheap cup of coffee, and I used a Once More with Love little coffee mug for that. Then I had my sociology quiz. Also, no wait, this one's number 4. Wow, damn, we're getting a lot of quizzes in this class. I think it's every 2 weeks we have a quiz in this class. So I used another one of these solid colored fancy labels, along with a Coffee Monsters Co. little studying exam emoji, and I wrote in sociology quiz number 4. Then after that, I read more of The Night Circus. When did I read it? Yeah, on my way home, I read more of it. It was a really good book, guys. I did end up finishing it, and I actually have a book to recommend. I highly recommend it. It's really cute. It's my type of book, and not the boring kind of my type of book. That's not a very good review, but here I am. I'm not good at reviews, guys. You know this by now. But I thought it was really cute. There was like a dose of magic, there was a dose of romance, and I just liked the magic bit. And for like funny enough, I liked the main like little love story, but I kind of liked the side stories a lot more, which is weird because I'm usually like, I love the main stories. But anyway, I highly recommend it. So to mark reading Night Circus, I used a emoji just like kind of huddled up in a blanket fort. It's very cold in my room, so this is actually very accurate of how I read, just snuggled up with a blanket. Then after that, I needed to register for my spring 2019 classes, so I used this emoji on a laptop. For that, I wanted so hard to get a Monday, Wednesday schedule again because I really enjoy having a long weekend for just like relaxing or mostly just studying a lot of days in a row. And it like I'm not feeling as stressed as I could, but I couldn't do that. So your girl's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now. Woohoo! Well, in the spring at least. So after that, the last thing I wanted to mark to fill in that little space was Hogwarts Mystery. I can't remember if they released new levels or not yet that day. They did during the week, but I marked it anyway using a little foiled cell phone icon from the StationStickers portion of this kit. On Tuesday, the first thing, of course, I wanted to mark was publishing my plan with me, so I used a Mandy Dreams glitter film slate in the black glitter for that. Then I wanted to reply to YouTube comments, so I grabbed the little laptop foiled sticker from the StationStickers kit for that. And then I did spend most of pretty much the whole day drawing for my holiday release. I did have to move the release from the 17th of November to what day is it? The 23rd? Whatever day Black Friday is, because I figured I have a lot that I need to do. I have a lot of papers that I need to write. I'm really sick. I have time for nothing. So instead of, and I was gonna have a sale on Black Friday anyway, so I figured it was an okay enough move for me to move the doodle releases. Sorry if you were waiting for that, but they will be released on Black Friday and there will be a sale, so that is very exciting. So to mark the large chunk of drawing, I really love how this turned out. This is probably my favorite part of the whole spread. I used a Chic Street Sticker Boutique little post-it sticker. It does have silver foil on it, but there's a lot of gray in this kit, so it doesn't bother me, so I was like, it's okay. and then I just added in a little munchkin drawing on an iPad and wrote draw all day. I love that this blue like really goes well with this kit. I just love it so much. It looks so good. Then after that, I wanted to mark that it was laundry day. I realized that over the weekend my sister did her laundry and my mom's laundry and just did not grab the stuff in my hamper at all. So I was like, crap, I gotta do my own laundry now. So sorry, I keep saying I used an emoji in a laundry basket to mark my laundry day. And then while I was drawing, Harry Potter was actually on the Sci-Fi Channel. There was a whole marathon. I did only end up watching half of Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, but I still marked it as a marathon. So I used this solid colored fancy label along with this Grin and Bear It little Hufflepuff berry to mark the marathon. Then after that, while the marathon was going on and I stopped drawing, I folded my laundry, so I used another laundry little emoji. And then the last thing I did for the rest of the night was read a few pages of the Night Circus. So I used the foiled little stack of books from the StationStickers kit. And I had an early night because, spoiler alert, on Wednesday I get sick. So here we are on Wednesday, and guess what? I'm sick. Oh my god, shocker. Like, where you guys didn't even see that coming, did you? But I did have class that day, and this is kind of like the sick where you're like, oh, I just don't feel well, but maybe I'm not getting sick. So I was like, I'm such a big girl. I made it to class, so I decided to treat myself to Starbucks. I was feeling kind of pathetic, not in like a self-pitying way, just like I don't feel good. So I took myself to Starbucks and got myself a delicious toasted white mocha. There is a really good Starbucks before I get on the train, and I was like, I'm gonna treat myself to that good stuff. It was so delicious and decadent. I was so glad I did it. So I used a emoji with a red cup. Of course, every time I get a holiday drink, I need to mark it with a red cup for that. Then I used a little Donald Morrow sticker from Paper and Milk to mark that I booked me and Andrea. What is it? There's like an exhibit in Manhattan that's for Mickey's 90th birthday, so it's a whole like Mickey Mouse exhibit. So I booked us tickets for that when she gets here, and I thought Donald, like, he was blue, so he matched the kit the best, so I used him. What else? So then I used another sticker from Paper and Milk, which is with the little meal icon looking one, to mark lunch with my dad. We had planned this out, and then I get to the place we're gonna eat. And we actually ended up getting euros. I'm so sorry I was pronouncing that wrong, and I'm sorry for the cringe fest. I know they're pronounced euros, but I kept saying gyros anyway. But anyway, so my dad gets there and he's like, this place is the best. It's so good. It's so delicious. And then he's like, but I'm not eating because like I already ate. And I'm like, Dad, we made plans. That's like a pet peeve is when someone's like, we're making plans to eat and they eat beforehand and they're like, I'm not going to eat, but you can. And I'm like, no, that sucks. Like, ugh. I don't know why it makes the experience less fun, but it just does. So after that, I wanted to mark more Hogwarts mystery, so I used a Happy Dia sticker of the girl on her phone for that. Then I just marked off a big chunk of time. I got home. I felt so bad. I felt really cold. Like I mentioned a lot, my room is kind of cold because the heat doesn't like last very long. I think it's because it like seeps through like one of the windows in my room. Probably need to get that fixed, but I felt exceptionally cold and I didn't want to do anything even though I got home at around like 4 or 5. So I just spent the whole night reading Night Circus, and my mom did end up giving me some medicine, so I ended up falling asleep with the book on my face, which I have not done in a while, and it felt wonderful to just like sleep with a book on my face. I don't know why. So I used a thick piece of pattern washi along with a half box and a Fox and Pip girl with the blanket over her and a cup of coffee, but I think I had like 7 cups of tea, and I marked finish the Night Circus, even though technically I finished it the next morning. But if you don't tell anyone, I won't tell anyone. And then there was nothing really else that I could mark, so I just marked using this pumpkin paper co sticker. She looks like I usually use this to mark like sleep in or like I'm sleepy or early to bed, but she looked kind of sick to me now. Like I'm just projecting my feelings onto her and my health onto her. So I used her to mark that I was feeling sick all day, and it continued until now. I'm still sick, guys. On Thursday, I ended up waking up and feeling like crap. I had every intention of finishing up a lot of my doodles, but I was drawing like I was just drawing so slowly, and then like the impending doom of the papers I needed to write for Monday were just like weighing on me, and then being sick. It was just a lot. So you know what I did? Absolutely nothing. So I used a piece of washi along with this munchkin that says, today is canceled, go back to bed. And I pretty much spent as much of the day as I could in bed. I'm trying to see. Oh my god, and also snowed this day, which, you know, fabulous, great. I wasn't cold enough as it is. So I used a foiled camera sticker from StationStickers to mark filming the plan with me because I hadn't had any of it filled out. And then I used this movie icon from the ScribblePrintsCo portion of the kit to mark that I rewatched Fantastic Beasts because I was going to go see Crimes of Grindelwald the next day. And then what did I mark? And then I used this Wonton in a Million Steamy sticker in the snow to mark that it was the first snowfall of the, well, I guess not of the year, of the holiday season, of whatever, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, of the holiday season. It was the first snowfall, and it was wonderful. It was a lot of snow, and nobody was prepared for it, as per usual. But it was really fun. I walked my dog in the snow. He absolutely hated it, but I was like, this is like a winter wonderland, and it's great. So in the evening, me and my mom were actually on our way for me to go to a Botox appointment. If you're new here, I get Botox under my armpits because I am a sweaty, sweaty girl, just underneath my armpits. But the roads had not been cleared, so we were like, maybe we shouldn't because it's in Brooklyn. So a bit of a drive. Instead, we decided we were just going to go eat dinner, so we went to Applebee's. I feel like I'm going to Applebee's a lot, and it's kind of making me nauseous just thinking about it. It's not bad. It's just not great. Oh my god, my voice is going. Excuse me. Where was I? Oh, Applebee's. Okay, so I used actually a bit of the personal washi that comes in the StationStickers kit because it was foiled and I wanted to like inject more foil on this side of the week for some reason. So I just cut that to size as a bit of thick washi. Then I put down a quarter box from ScribblePrintsCo along with this munchkin with a little fork and knife to mark the dinner with my mom. Then when I got home, I tried drawing some more at a snail's pace. Sorry, it's like all in my nose now, and I feel like I can hear myself talking through my mouth only. Well, I guess you guys know what I mean. So I used this munchkin along with this draw script to mark the little drawing that I did. Then I decided that I deserved a bath, and with my newfound love of the bathtub upstairs, I decided I needed another bath. So I used a bath sticker from Happy Dia to mark that. And then the last thing I did, because I couldn't sleep, was I watched Super Drag on Netflix, which if you're into drag queens, I highly recommend you watch. It's an animated show about like superhero drag queens. It's a bit inappropriate, so I would definitely not watch it with children, but I think it's like it's not laugh out loud funny. It's like, I don't know. It was funny. I liked it. There's only 5 episodes, so I enjoyed kind of like binge watching it through the night because I couldn't sleep. And it was entertaining and it made me feel a little better from being sick. So yeah. On Friday, I felt, everyone say it with me, still sick. So I didn't know like whether to draw or work on my paper. And I'm like, I don't want to do any of it. Like, I just can't. I can't think straight. I can't breathe. I can't like talk. Every 5 minutes, I think like my voice started to disappear and my throat got really scratchy. So I was like, well, the least you can do since you're not doing anything is work on your orders. So I finished all of my custom orders that had come in, and I used a paper and milk. Did I mention any of the stickers I used? Yes, I did. So I used oh my god, where is my voice going? Excuse me. I used a paper and milk Apple pencil and iPad sticker to mark that. Then my dog was kind of feeling sad. He looked sad. I was feeling sad, so I feel like I felt him on an emotional level, and I wasn't doing anything, so I decided to just spend some time with him. I went into the living room and just chilled out with him and watched the movie Whip It, which I had never seen before, and I really, really enjoyed. Kind of makes me want to do roller derby. Kind of makes me think I'm too much of a pansy to beat people up, but also I think I could be really good at that, like secretly. Anyway, so I used the little paw print foil sticker from the StationStickers kit for that, and then I was on my way to the city to go see Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald with my friend Florraine. I actually texted her and was like, yo, we want to go the night it opens. I was going to go by myself, if anything, but she was like, yes, I'm so down. So we ended up getting tickets in Manhattan because she works in Manhattan for 10 p.m., which is just brilliant because I'm falling asleep every 30 minutes and I can't, and my throat is just felt like sandpaper that day, like absolute sandpaper. So when I got into the city, I got there early. I decided to go to Starbucks and get myself some tea. I got a London Fog. It was great, but then it gave me a headache because I think there was just like a lot of caffeine in there. So I used a munchkin with the little teacup that says tea time for that. And then she needed to get a birthday present for her mom or her sister or something. So we ended up going to a candy store called It's Sugar. And of course, I'm like, oh my God, candy. I love candy so much. So I kind of went a little crazy and got myself like, a $15 bag full of candy. It was delicious. There's little mini gummy bears in there and peachy rings. Love mini gummy bears and peachy rings. So I used let me get my thoughts together. I used an emoji eating a bunch of candy to mark that. Then we had so much time, guys. This is like between 6 and 10. Like we did a lot. So we went to St. Mark's because we really wanted to find some ramen. There was really long lines at all the good places, and then we ended up finding this one place called Mr. Ramen, and I was like, why doesn't this place have a line? And I found out why. Their ramen is just absolutely like, oh my God. It was so oily. Like my chicken was glistening and like I could feel it like just slithering like in my mouth. It was just so it was bad. I tried so hard to eat it. Flo was like, I'm so sorry I took you here, and I'm like, it's not your fault. Like we had no idea where we were going or where we were eating dinner. Everywhere else was booked on a Friday night. Duh. But I ate as much of it as I could because I was like, I feel like I need the energy. But it was really bad. So I don't recommend Mr. Ramen in St. Mark's. And then after that, we ended up having a bit more time. So when I got off the train, I actually saw these two girls with really big bags of like Glossier stuff. Like it was just a bag and it was full to the brim with Glossier stuff. So I suggested we go there because I've always been intrigued by Glossier, especially because I watch, what's her name? What is her name? I forgot her name. Catherine Steele. Her name is Catherine Steele. She's like a Broadway YouTuber. Love her, but she loves Glossier. So I was really curious. So we ended up going, and I used this emoji that's like, oops, with its credit card because I be spending money I should not be spending. You know what I'm saying? But it was really worth it. It's really cute stuff. So after going to Glossier, we finally went to the movie theater. So I saw Crimes of Grindelwald. I used another thick piece of like that personal washi that I cut to size along with a movie marquee and a Deathly Hallows symbol from the collab between Simply Watercolor Co. and Viv Loves to Plan. I ended up putting it on top of the movie marquee by accident, and I really like how it turned out. So yeah, we saw Crimes of Grindelwald, and all I have to say is, what and why? I am unfortunately in that section of a really big Harry Potter fan, a really devout Potterhead who is just utterly confused as to what happened in Crimes of Grindelwald and like why. It's literally what and why. I so wish I could love it as much as all these other Potterheads do, but I'm just so confused by it, and I hope they redeem themselves with the other 3 movies, because right now I am just confused beyond comprehension. And that is all I'll say about that with Protecting the Secrets. If you guys want to talk Crimes of Grindelwald, just DM me on my planner Instagram. I will be happy to discuss because I feel like what and why, and McGonagall. That's not really like a spoiler. It's like a little Easter egg, but I'm like, what? Why? Anyway, moving on. On Saturday, it was my uncle's birthday, so I put a little thing with the gift on top of the date cover well, above the date cover to mark that. And then the first thing I marked on Saturday was that we actually went to his house because he was hosting a birthday brunch. It was really cute. It's his birthday and he cooked breakfast for me and my extended family because he was leaving to Vegas that afternoon. And I was like, okay, live your best life. So I used what is it? A solid colored fancy label along with some sort of confetti popping foiled icon from StationStickers to mark a birthday brunch. Well, the birthday brunch that he made for himself. And then after that, me and my sister and my cousin and my sister's boyfriend, we went to Stop and Shop because I needed to pick up things because I was making ramen in a slow cooker for my fam, which came out good, but it can be better. So there's room for improvement. Apparently I added too much vinegar stuff, so I need to take that out. Like, not, we'll put in less next time. But it came out pretty good for my first try and in a slow cooker. So anyway, to mark Stop and Shop, I used a grocery bag foiled icon, and then after I got home, I needed to prep the ingredients for everything, so I used a munchkin just cooking on the stove. And then after that, my sister and her boyfriend were heading to the mall. I should have been writing my paper, but I was like, oh no, Sephora sale, and I needed to get my dad a holiday present. I always get him a cologne because he said that the gift of getting him cologne all the time is that he doesn't have to go pick it out himself, and then I'm more than happy to oblige. I love men's cologne. It's so good. So I used a emoji with Sephora bags to mark that. Then when I got home, I worked a little bit on my lab report. I tried my hardest, and then I tried working on my sociology research paper. Nothing was coming out, and then my sister's friends came over and they were playing Monopoly, so I was like cold and sick and procrastinating, so I was like, yeah, I'll play and then I'll write my report later. I ended up falling asleep at 11:30. Yeah. So to mark the game night, I used a half box along with these game night munchkins playing on like a Monopoly board looking thing. And then the last thing I wanted to mark was that I got my Lumos pin, my Fantastic Beasts a new Scamander wand pin that is, and like all the proceeds I think go to the charity Lumos. So I finally got that pin, and I used a wand from that same Viv Loves to Plan and Simply Watercolor Co collab to mark that, you know, to jazz up and add a little bit more foil into the week. So last but not least, we move on to Sunday, the day I was convinced I was not going to be uploading a plan with me because I was like, absolutely no way. And I actually woke up the sickest. Not the sickest I felt. I felt the most tired on Saturday, but as far as like my throat hurting and the amount of like coughing that was happening, Sunday was the absolute worst. And of course, this, like, I had procrastinated. Not procrastinated. I feel like procrastinate is a bad word, but I was procrastinating because I was sick and tired, and you know, like I just couldn't do it. But now I had to write 2 papers in one day. So yeah, the first thing I marked on Sunday was that I still felt really sick, and I used a glam planner, like really like she looks like she's going through it. A little teeny sticker, and then I needed to wash my hair because I had not washed it all week, so I used this stressed out looking fox and cactus girl washing her hair to mark that. Then I was trying to write my paper and it just wasn't happening, so I was binge watching a lot of YouTube videos, you know, going through my watch later from the week. So I used a munchkin holding a play button for that. Then I finally sat down and wrote my lab report. So I used the patterned fancy label that I forgot that used to come in the freebies, along with a emoji looking through a microscope because it was a lab report on cells. Also, shout out to my friend in school, Abby. She doesn't watch these videos, but she is a lifesaver. I actually was not there in class the day we did this lab, and she helped me out by sending me her lab report. So bless her so much. I didn't copy it, guys. Relax. I didn't copy it. I just had no idea what the materials and the methods were. So after that, my dad came over because usually I spend Sunday with my dad, but I was like, Dad, I have to write 2 papers. I feel awful. Like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, okay, I'll come for dinner. And I was like, great. So we ended up going to, you guessed it, Applebee's, because that's like the go-to. I wanted to get Turkish food, but nobody wanted to go. So I used the little meal icon, little meal sticker from Paper and Milk to mark dinner with my dad. Then I got home and sat down and got to work on writing my sociology paper, which was only supposed to be 3 pages long, but I was having trouble like narrowing my scope, my vision, because she said to write about anything, and I really dislike when teachers tell you to do that. I do not like the freedom to write whatever I want. It just sends my ADD all berserk. Like, what do we write about? And I'm like, I don't know. So I used a quarter box along with this Munchkin like crazy writing stuff down to mark writing my research paper. And then after that, I decided I would be filming a plan with me, so I used a Munchkin with this little film strip to mark that I was filming my plan with me. And then the last thing I wanted to mark on this day using this foiled little gift was that Nick's Christmas present got delivered. It was a digital, but it got delivered anyway, and it's so cute, and I can't wait for him to see it. I showed it to Andrea, and she loves it, so I'm really excited to give that to him. So here we have the week in full and a little Viv wiggle for you. It's really cute, it's subtle, it's all pixie dusted. I really, really enjoy it. I was really down on this week after Wednesday. I was like, it's so bad, I don't even want to share it, but I really like how it turned out, which I'm really happy about. I don't like having weeks in my spreads I don't like. It makes me very, very sad, but I really do enjoy how this spread came out. Crimes of Grindelwald was like a mess. I don't know if I'm happy I dedicated a whole week to it, but the foil in gold more than makes up for it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I guess that's it, and I will see you next time. Also, I won't see you until after Thanksgiving, so also have a very happy Thanksgiving. Don't forget to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade because that shit is the bomb, and also enjoy Black Friday. Okay, bye!